Hey everyone, this is Darkchocolatecat voice Mimi. So I'm going to start off with the name question. My name is Victoria, that's my real name, but on DeviantArt I go by Darkchocolatecat or DCC for a little abbreviation. I am currently 18 years old, but in less than a month I'm going to be 19, actually on July 15th, which is the premiere of the last Harry Potter movie, and I'm so excited I'm going. So, I mean, I feel like that's the best birthday present I could have asked for, even though it obviously wasn't planned that way for me. I'm just really lucky. I am from the United States, actually in specific, the state Connecticut. I am currently living there still. I've been living here my whole life. I also go to Rhode Island a lot. That's a neighboring state because we have a summer home there. So I tend to go to Rhode Island at least maybe 4 times a year or more, possibly. So I tend to go there a lot too, but I wasn't from there. Right now it is 5:20 p.m., so it's kind of late in the day. Well, not late, but whatever. It is not cold at all. It's not cold at all where I am right now. Right now it's actually like the middle of June almost. So it's not cold. Today it was, I think, 85, but it felt a lot hotter. I'm very sensitive to the heat and the cold, so even when it gets a little hot, I tend to get very, very hot, and I don't like feeling like I'm overheating. And I get cold very easily as well, which doesn't help living in Connecticut. Just a little tangent, because when I was at my college, there were days that I would have class in winter and it would be 9 degrees in the morning, and I absolutely hated it. So I don't like it when it's too cold or too hot. Right now I'm wearing denim shorts with long pockets. They're cute. They're pink with, looks like pink clovers on them. They're the kind of pockets that stick out even with nothing in them. It probably doesn't make sense, but they're cut in such a way that they're longer than the shorts are, so they stick out, but it doesn't look strange. It's nice. And I have on a brown and gold belt cloth, and I have a flowered or floral a floral blouse that's brown with pink flower print, and I forgot to put any accessories on today, which is strange. Normally I'd be wearing one of my necklaces today, but I guess I didn't put one on. So that's about it, aside from the obvious other necessary clothing items for being a girl, like a bra and panties. So we got that. The last thing I listened to was one of my favorite songs ever by one of my favorite artists ever, Ellie Goulding, and it's the song Wish I Stayed. I absolutely am obsessed with that song. Really all of her songs I'm quite obsessive about. I love them so much. They just never get boring. I sing them like every day. At least one of her songs every day I'll sing. And they really do help me with like thinking about like my stories and stuff I need to write. Like my original character stories, which I still really need to write. I'm even bringing it up here because maybe more people will motivate me to write them by me mentioning it now. The last thing I ate was a hazelnut Ritter bar. I think that's how you pronounce it, is Ritter bar. It's German chocolate, and that's the last thing I ate. It wasn't the whole thing. It was like 2 little strips of it left. It was very, very good. It was the first time I've ever had one. I should should probably go back and buy more because they're on sale. It's the best time to get chocolate that's good like that, when it's like buy one get one half off or something. It's so good. My favorite TV show was actually a show that has gotten canceled. It was called Outsourced, and it was on NBC every Thursday at 10 or 11. I think it was 10. And it was about this American businessman who gets transferred to India with his company, and he has to open a call center in India, and it's kind of pokes fun at the Westerner in foreign settings and the foreigners themselves not being accustomed to the Westerner, and I really liked it. I mean, I'm sure there were parts of it that were offensive, but I feel like there's everything in this society is offensive to some degree, and I just absolutely adored it, and I'm really upset that it got canceled. And another favorite TV show I had was Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on that show, because I loved it so much. So much. I actually own some of it on the DVD or whatever season box set. Such a good series. Such a good series. The movie sucked. The movie was horrible. Don't get me started on the movie because okay, I'm done. Because I'm just gonna start ranting. Series is great. Movie was awful. Okay. The nearest book to me is The Lake by Banana Yoshimoto. I really, really loved this book. So here's the random line I'm gonna read. It felt as though we were imitating some sort of lifestyle we didn't know anything about, playing at being a happy family. Neither of us took these moments for granted, and they made us truly content. We literally ate it up. It's great, isn't it, just eating tofu together like this, I said. You know, I've been thinking, Nakajima said. After I graduate, I decided I'd like to get a scholarship and go to the Pasteur Institute as soon as possible. Just a little while ago, I didn't think I could, but now I do. Such a good book. That book, seriously, I'm not advertising here, but it was such a fantastic book. There were parts that just made me want to cry. Like, you just feel this heaviness in you, and you're like, oh my goodness. And I could just relate to so much of it, and a lot of it was a real eye-opener. It was very subtly done. It wasn't like, I'm gonna make you change the way you see the world, and I'm gonna give you some huge discoveries. It was very subtle, it was very sweet, it was very hesitant, very cautious. It was great. I haven't read anything like it. And I loved it. The last movie I saw was back in April. It was the movie Hop, which was the animated family comedy featuring Russell Brand's voice as Evie, the Easter Bunny. It was a really, really cute movie. I really, really liked it a lot. I thought it was funny, I thought it was entertaining, and I feel like there was more to it than just humor for family, because, you know, some movies get stuck in that rut when they just become cheesy because they're too little kiddish and they're too family. This movie had a good balance of keeping older people interested and also entertaining a younger crowd. I was incredibly happy with it, and I definitely would like to see it again. It was very good. I liked it. I know that technically I do have an accent. Technically, everyone from the United States has an American accent, technically. I don't have a regional accent, which is like, obviously I don't have a Boston accent, I don't have a Southern accent, so I only have technically, an American accent, I suppose. I don't feel like I have one, but obviously people from other nationalities and nationalities, oh man, I'm dumb. Okay, people from other nations could tell that I have an accent, but it's not like, oh my, I have a British accent. It's not like that. No, it's an American accent.